Wait, don't scroll yet. What if I told you there's an SUV coming that doesn't just pretend to be tough, but actually lives that life every single day? One that can handle school drop-offs in the morning, highway cruising in the afternoon, and serious off-road punishment on the weekend. This is the 2026 Isuzu MU-X full review, and yes, it's stepping straight into the ring with heavyweights like the Toyota Fortuner, Mitsubishi Pajero Sport, and even the Ford Everest. But here's the real question. Does the MU-X finally have what it takes to beat them at their own game? Let's experience it exactly how you would in real life, right here on Lux Drive Review. Let's start from the back, because that's where the 2026 Isuzu MU-X makes its intentions very clear. This isn't a soft city SUV trying to look rugged. The rear design feels wide, solid, and purposeful. The full-width LED light bar stretches confidently across the tailgate, giving the MU-X a modern signature that looks sharp at night without being flashy. It's the kind of design that works just as well outside a luxury mall as it does at the edge of a muddy trail. The tail lamps have a bold, angular shape that visually widens the SUV, making it feel planted and stable. There's a roof spoiler that's not just cosmetic. It actually helps with airflow and stability at higher speeds, especially on long highway drives. The rear bumper is thick and rugged, with a skid-style lower section that hints at real off-road protection rather than decorative plastic. The tailgate opens wide and high, which makes loading luggage, groceries, or camping gear genuinely easy. Compared to the Toyota Fortuner's more conservative rear and the Pajero Sport's slimmer, sportier look, the MU-X feels tougher, more grounded, and more confident. Do you prefer a rear design that looks stylish, or one that looks ready for work? Moving along the left side, the MU-X really starts to show its muscle. The body lines are clean but strong, flowing smoothly from the front fender all the way to the rear lights. There's no unnecessary drama here, just a solid, well-proportioned silhouette. The wheel arches are large and squared, giving the SUV an athletic stance without making it look cartoonish. Sitting inside those arches are big alloy wheels that look equally comfortable on smooth asphalt or rough dirt roads. The side steps are wide and sturdy, which makes climbing an easy, especially for kids or older family members. From this angle, the 235 ground clearance is impossible to ignore. You can tell instantly that this SUV isn't worried about broken roads, speed breakers, or deep ruts. The doors sit tall and upright, giving the MU-X a commanding presence on the road. Compared to rivals like the Ford Everest, which leans more aggressive in styling, the MU-X balances toughness with a more family-friendly shape. Does this kind of balanced design age better than aggressive styling? Now slide over to the right side, and the symmetry really stands out. The MU-X looks solid and planted, especially when you imagine it sitting in traffic next to smaller crossovers. The roof rails are strong and functional, perfect for roof boxes, bikes, or even rooftop tents if adventure is your thing. The slightly raised window line adds to the muscular profile while still maintaining good outward visibility for passengers. Open one of the doors and you immediately notice how heavy and solid it feels. That's a small detail, but it sends a big message about build quality and durability. The side mirrors are large, power-adjustable, and feature integrated turn signals, which improves visibility and safety on busy roads. Compared to the Mitsubishi Pajero Sport, which has a more curved and sporty side profile, the MU-X feels more squared, more traditional, and honestly more timeless. Which design would you trust to still look good 10 years from now? Now let's step inside, because this is where the 2026 Isuzu MU-X surprises a lot of people. The moment you sit down, it's clear Isuzu has moved beyond a purely rugged mindset. The cabin feels noticeably more premium than before. Soft touch materials cover most of the dashboard and door panels, while subtle metallic accents add a clean, modern feel without overdoing it. At the center, there's a large infotainment screen with sharp graphics and quick responses. It supports navigation, smartphone connectivity, and all the features you'd expect in a modern SUV. Behind the steering wheel, a digital instrument cluster displays driving information in a clear, easy-to-read layout. The driving position is high and commanding, exactly what SUV lovers want. You feel in control, whether you're navigating city traffic or narrow mountain roads. The steering wheel feels thick and premium, with well-placed controls for audio calls and cruise functions. The front seats are wide, well-cushioned, and designed for long-distance comfort. Even after hours behind the wheel, fatigue stays surprisingly low. And space. This is a true 7-seat SUV, not just on paper. The second row offers generous legroom and headroom, making long journeys comfortable for adults. The third row, which is often an afterthought in many SUVs, is genuinely usable here. Even taller passengers won't feel completely cramped. When you need cargo space instead of seats, both the second and third rows fold flat, opening up a massive cargo area of nearly 2,000 liters. That's enough for family trips, camping gear, or even light commercial use. Compared to the Fortuner, the MU-X feels slightly more spacious in the third row and noticeably calmer in overall cabin ambience. Would you take slightly more luxury or more usable space for real life? Now let's talk about what's under the hood, because that's where the MU-X earns its reputation. The 2026 Isuzu MU-X is powered by a proven 3-liter turbodiesel engine producing around 190 horsepower and a massive 450 Nm of torque. That torque is the real star of the show. Whether you're climbing steep hills, towing heavy loads, or overtaking on the highway, the MU-X never feels strained. The engine is paired with a smooth 6-speed automatic transmission that shifts confidently and predictably. Then there's the advanced 4x4 system. With selectable driving modes and a rear differential lock, the MU-X can handle sand, mud, rocks, and snow with impressive control. Rough terrain mode intelligently manages power so each wheel gets exactly what it needs. In some off-road situations, it actually feels more composed than its rivals. For 2026, the suspension has been retuned and the difference is noticeable. On highways, the MU-X feels stable and planted, even at higher speeds. On broken roads, it absorbs bumps and potholes with surprising softness for such a rugged SUV. Cabin noise is well controlled, and vibrations are kept to a minimum. The 0 to 100 km/h run takes just under 10 seconds, which is impressive for a vehicle of this size. Fuel efficiency sits around 8.2 liters per 100 km, making it more economical than many competitors. Is fuel efficiency a deal-breaker for you in a large SUV? Now let's talk money. The 2026 Isuzu MU-X is expected to arrive with a starting price around €45,000 in Europe, with higher trims climbing toward the €55,000 to €60,000 range. That puts it directly against the Fortuner, Pajero Sport, and Ford Everest. But here, where it gets interesting, you're getting serious off-road hardware, a refined interior, modern tech, and Isuzu's long-term diesel reliability without stepping into luxury brand pricing. So what's the final verdict? The 2026 Isuzu MU-X isn't trying to be flashy, and it's not pretending to be a luxury limousine. What it offers is something far more valuable: real strength, real comfort, and real-world usability. It's the kind of SUV you can trust on a 1,000-kilometer family road trip, then take straight into the wild the next day without hesitation. Against the Toyota Fortuner, the MU-X feels more refined inside. Compared to the Mitsubishi Pajero Sport, it offers more space and a calmer ride. And next to the Ford Everest, it stands out for its proven diesel durability and balanced performance. If you want one vehicle that can truly do everything, the 2026 Isuzu MU-X deserves a serious look. If you enjoyed this deep dive and want more honest, detailed reviews like this, make sure to like the video, subscribe to the channel, and follow Lux Drive Review. Your support helps us keep bringing you real-world reviews that go beyond the spec sheet. Until next time, drive safe and keep exploring.